This is the presentation of the visualizers team under the supervision of Dr. Farr. The title of our work is Network Analysis of Institutional Investments in North American Oil and Gas Industry. So basically the question that we are trying to answer is that is there any strategy or pattern in the investors strategies in this sector, and if so, how these behavioral patterns are going to evolve over time. The data that we are using is extracted from the Thomson Reuters database, and for the last decade, it means from 2005 to 2014. And we have chosen to use the social network analysis technique for this data because it can show us the hidden patterns in the networks. So basically the data looks like this network that you can see for one of our years, and that shows the which investors have invested in which companies. It almost contains 2000 investors and almost 200 companies. So we transform that network into a one mode network, which this one shows an investors network. It means if two investors have invested in one company, so there is an edge between them. For this network, we have calculated the closeness centrality measure, which shows how close the strategies of some investors are in investing in some companies, um, and how close the investment patterns are actually. So as you can see, there is almost an increasing pattern in this closeness centrality from 2005 to 2014. The other network that we investigated is the companies network. So there is in this network there is an edge between two companies in if both companies have a shared network, have a shared investor. For this kind of network, we have provided the core um, analysis measurement. So the information that we get from this network is that the group of companies that a large number of investors are interested to invest in them in in a period of time. So we have found that the core almost remains unchanged over the years. The information that we provided from these two networks can provide some insight and information to the average investors about the investment trends and core companies that more investors are interested in a long term, and this information is not readily available.